Hey guys, what's going on? All right, so as promised, I said I would show you tactically how to start using the software and getting organized with the boards. So that's what we're going to do today pretty quickly. We'll just quickly cover tactically some things and tips and tricks and for things you want to know. Um, so what you're looking at right here is the backlog view for your project. This is just a sample. This is a tactical project. You can rename this and do anything you want. If it's the first time you're looking at this and you're getting overwhelmed, that's okay. The more you look at this, if you're looking at it every day, if you're looking at it every week, the more comfortable you'll get with it. There's a lot going on here. So start off slow. The first thing I want to show you guys is in the bottom left-hand corner in the project settings. So you're going to click here on the settings icon and you're in the details section. All right, so what you're going to see here is the name of your project, the type of your project, whether you're doing Scrum or Kanban. For most of these tactical reviews, we're going to be doing a Scrum board. We will do some on the Kanban board. The main difference here is Scrum, we're going to be working in intervals across a fixed window in time, generally about 2-week sprints. Kanban is more for your everyday BAU. All right, this is where you're going to set your default project lead and your different members. But what I want to highlight for you is the default assignee. You're going to change the default assignee here to project lead, and you're going to hit save. Successfully saved is going to pop up here. If you don't see that green check mark, it means it didn't go through. All right, so why is this so important? So in a perfect world, we start the project and every single story is assigned to every single user. In reality, what happens is we create stories, we create tasks, we create bugs, and as time goes on, the number of unassigned stories just grows and grows and grows. And even though people are working on them, they still show up as unassigned. So what we're going to do here is we're going to default the assignee to the project lead. So for now, because this is just a test, it's only my name here, but you can have different people's names and you can set up different projects for different things where you automatically assign it, all right? You go back to the project. And now, every time an issue is assigned, if you're the project lead, it's going to default assign to you. So what that allows you to do without setting up any kind of complicated queries or task boards is once a week, once a day, once every couple of days, based on an interval that works for you, you can check all of the stories that are assigned to you and see where you need to assign them. All right, so that's very important how we're going to get tactical. The next thing I want you to look at is this create sprint button right here. All right. So we're going to click create sprint. This is where we're going to start scheduling items. Create sprint, and it's going to say sprint 2. I'm going to add some dates here. And we're going to say that this is every 2 weeks, like I said. And we're going to give it a start time, and we're going to give it an end time. All right. So we're just going to say starting Tuesday, October 1st. Right. And it doesn't let you select the end date because what it does is it defaults it to every 2 weeks. We're going to say the goal is test of sprint window. All right, this is very important. You want to schedule your work. Now, in this example, once again, we did every 2 weeks. But if you're doing something that's 3 weeks or 1 week, you could change this. But now you have it scheduled. The next thing we'll do is we'll actually create a test item. All right. And now what it's doing is it's defaulting the project here. If you have multiple projects, you can change in the dropdown using our test project. It's defaulting the issue type as a story. You can change it to a bug or an epic. And the status is either to do, in progress, or done. We haven't customized it yet. Customize it. So we're going to say to do, summary, and we're going to say test, story. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to give it a description. Summary of test story. All right, so this is what I was talking about here. Assignee, automatic. It's going to automatically assign this to me because I was set up as the project lead. This is very important. You're going to have project lead for different projects. And in that settings section that we first looked at, you're going to have these stories automatically default. Now, just because the story is automatically defaulted to someone, that doesn't mean that they're working on it. It's still in a to-do status. You haven't moved it to working on yet. What this will do as time goes on, and you have hundreds of stories, if not thousands of stories across a portfolio of projects you're managing, this will allow you to make sure that every single story is assigned to someone. You're going to default them to you so that you can look at everyone and make sure that it has everything it needs before you assign it to the specific Scrum Master, product owner, or developer that's working on it. Right? Then we have all these additional options here: labels, parents, things, teams for filtering, all things we can cover later. All right, scroll down here. Down. And we're going to say create. Okay. Says it was created. Now, look what happened. It's very important. Let's put this issue into the backlog. So let's fast forward in time. Let's assume that we've reviewed this story with the development team, with the product team, and we are ready to schedule the story into a sprint. And let's assume that we are coming into, if not already into October 1st. We're very simply just going to take this, hold it with our left click button, and we're going to drag it and drop it. And once we let go of the left click button, you can see now this story is scheduled into the sprint. It's automatically defaulted to me because I set up project lead, and it's in a to-do status. Once we start working on it, we can edit it and we can put it to in progress. So that's all we're going to cover for today. So we covered 3 very important things. The first thing, once again, is in the project settings. In the details, we set the default assignee to the project lead, and we're going to have different project leads for each project. We hit the create button. The create button will go to the user story or to any type of task we select. User stories and bugs are the 2 most common. You're going to create those. And then after that, you've created your sprint. You want to make sure your sprints are uniform. So whether you're using 2-week sprints, 3-week sprints, 1-week sprints, and we took an item out of the backlog and put it into the sprint. So this is how you get tactical. This is how you navigate these boards. 3 very important things to know, and you'll be using these a lot. Don't get intimidated by all these other features and functions that you see here on the page. We'll cover those in time. If you have any questions, give me a shout. All right, thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon.